A Brevard High School student is facing charges tonight after being arrested for bringing multiple weapons on school property.
News 13's Andrew James is live in Brevard. Andrew, what led to this investigation?
Yeah, an anonymous tip to school administration here at Brevard High School led them to search the student and his vehicle, and the Transylvania County Sheriff's Office says that they found a loaded handgun and also a knife on campus today. Now, the Sheriff's Office has identified that student as 18-year-old Cameron Brown. He's charged with having a firearm on educational property, which is a felony, and having a weapon on educational property, which is a misdemeanor. The Sheriff's Office tells me Brown was released on a $50,000 bond. At this point in their investigation, they say they have nothing that points to any ill intent or plans for any type of violence from this student. We asked more about how they've come to that conclusion.
The main thing we do is just conduct an interview with the student and even with the folks that surrounding that student, maybe friends, family, and his acquaintances that anybody that might have some knowledge as to why.
Now, the student was arrested without incident today, and a few students I talked to this afternoon, they didn't even know that the arrest had happened. Now, we also know that Brevard High School was never placed on lockdown during this incident today. The principal tells me that's because students and staff were never in danger. And just within the last 5 minutes, I did talk to a parent about how scary of a day this was for her. I'll have more on that coming up tonight at 10 and 11.
In less than an hour, the Maggie Valley Board of Aldermen will meet to consider several zoning adjustments.
Their decisions have the potential to impact growth and the environment. News 13's Rex Hodge reports the meeting is expected to draw a crowd.
There are 3 zoning ordinance issues on the Maggie Valley Board of Aldermen agenda, each one starting with a public hearing.
One issue is the Ghost Town parking lot, all of it recently annexed into the town of Maggie Valley. Ghost Town LLC managing member Frankie Wood interested in developing the area.
The zoning at the over at Ghost Town will probably go C1 because all the rest of that property is C1. I've heard 15 different stories on what might happen there.
Mayor Mike Evelyn says despite proximity to water and sewer, there would be building restrictions at the state and federal level.
Being in a critical watershed, that means that you're only allowed to build so much.
There are 2 developer zoning proposals around Pioneer Village as well, near the town's water intake.
As I've heard is that they would like the ability to be able to cut those up into individual lots with each of the cabins and then sell them separately. The 4,000 square feet that are adjacent or on the Campbell Creek will be separate. There's where I think you're going to have some conversation. This time they're asking for R3, and the other property that's there, that's where the cabins are already R1. So there'll be, I think, some good robust conversation about going from R1 to R3.
These potential zoning changes, what impact would it have on the town?
These properties have already now been put into the town limits, so the initial zoning of these properties will not have any actual impact on the town. It's what might be done with the property afterwards.
Mayor Evelyn believes with any development, protecting Maggie Valley's water from Campbell and Jonathan Creeks is imperative.
We have some of the cleanest water in North Carolina.
Also a headwaters for Haywood County and a growing location for trout fishing.
The tourism that we get off of these 2 creeks is huge.
Managing development front and center for Mayor Evelyn.
This is an important issue, both for this board, the town, and for the people that live here in Maggie Valley.
The Board of Aldermen meeting begins at 6:30.
Health officials aren't just concerned about COVID, they're also urging people to protect themselves against the flu. News 13's Caitlin Pinter visited a Henderson County clinic that's working to fight both viruses.
You can get your flu shot and your COVID shot here at the Blue Ridge Mall. Henderson County's Director of Nursing says it is safe to get both at one time. On Tuesday, people took advantage of the one-stop shop vaccine event at the Blue Ridge Mall.
It's just a good idea. Try to avoid any illness I can avoid.
Initially, health officials asked people to wait a couple weeks after getting the COVID shot before getting another vaccine. But that's not the case anymore.
The FDA and the ACIP have both agreed that it is okay to co-administer flu vaccine and COVID-19 vaccine at the same time.
Just let your arm relax.
For those getting both, it's double protection as we head into the colder months.
We've done very well, I think. The first 2 shots were, I never felt them or had any side effects at all. And the flu shot I've been getting every year, especially since I got older.
Health officials say if you do get both at once, you may see more of a local injection site reaction. To avoid that, patients are encouraged to get one vaccine in one arm and one in the other.
Has there been any, vaccine fatigue? People saying, I already got my COVID vaccine, why do I have to get the flu vaccine?
I think we're definitely seeing vaccine fatigue, not just with flu vaccine, but for COVID vaccine boosters as well.
The Blue Ridge Mall accepts walk-ins for flu shots. They accept insurance and Medicaid. If you're 18 or younger and don't have insurance, you can get the flu shot for free. Health officials say now is the best time to get your flu shot as flu infections ramp up.
This clinic is open on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the foreseeable future. For more information, you can head to our website, WLOS.com.